no matter how terrible a situation is, no matter how bad it is, there's still going to be a rose that grows from that concrete.
Every person on this planet is capable of changing the world by changing themselves.
I was built for this. I was not going to let myself fail, right? And I have that mentality. And I understand that now that I grew from that concrete, I'm starting to plant my seeds. And there's more roses growing. We're planting seeds in places that people like, man, it'll never grow here, right? And we're like, no, it can't. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that have the heart, that have the talent, that have the ability. They just have to see that someone else can do it. At the end of the day, man, you really gotta want it. You gotta really want it. Like, man, you don't see the work that goes behind this. People don't see all that it takes to even get to that point, and that's the problem. And so they think it's supposed to be this overnight thing. Oh, I started an LLC, give me money.
Shalom, all praises, glory, honor, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Bakah Kodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles, the Ruel, great millstone, and citation to elect, lively stones, the true real house of David. And the saga goes on, the war continues. You know, our warfare is almost accomplished, but we're at the beginning of these sorrows. And you know, I just was watching a brother's video, really edifying, various topics going into YAHAWASHI. You know, you gotta learn of YAHAWASHI, which that's the key to this whole thing, is you having YAHAWASHI. You know, because when men come into this truth, they learn it, they get all the breakdowns, you know, they get the fringes, they get into the camp, whatever the case may be. And they think that's it. They think they got it already. They got the Willy Wonka ticket into the chariot already, which that's so far from the truth. You know what I'm saying? And they think they got it already. See, this truth, most of the works of the Lord are hidden. You know, when you're not on camera. You know, when you're stumbling, when you're going through harsh times. You know, when the flesh, that sin that's in your flesh, you're fighting it. You know what I'm saying? And being persecuted, being falsely accused of, and hated, and looked down upon, you know, in the prisons, in the dungeons. And that's character being built. You know, even the scripture in 1 John 1 in like verse 9 and verse 11. For if we say we have no sin, we make him a liar, and the truth is not in us. So the truth is only in a particular chosen special men that's making the best of each day, being a better man every day, and learning from their mistakes, and really you know, getting themselves right, because your biggest enemy is yourself. And this is something that a lot of guys, they don't really bring out enough. You know, a lot of guys, they just bring out women and, you know, gold and silver and money, and you're gonna be a king, but they don't tell you about the heavy responsibility of holding that crown, of what it comes with, and not just that, but keeping it. Like YAHAWASHI said in Revelation, take heed that no man take that crown. Take heed that no man deceive you. Because a lot of guys, they have this Bible, they hold this truth in unrighteousness, man. Let me go ahead and get my first precept. This is Revelation 8 and verse 1. It says, and when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. So this is that last seal, the last trump, the last couple of prophecies and judgments that's coming. It says, verse 2, and I saw the seven angels which stood before God, and to them were given seven trumpets. You know, and the Lord said to lift up our voice. The Lord has given us a mouth, which is our weapon, our mouth, the words of him, you know, in our mouth. And he said to sound the alarm, sound the trumpet. You See? So you can't be giving it an uncertain sound, man, and confusing the people. You have to be certain about what you're saying. You have to be certain of what you believe. And certain about who else believes around you, man. You know? Take heed of thy friends and separate yourselves from your enemies. You know, now that quote in the world, you know, keep your enemies close, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. You know, what you can do, you know, keep an eye on them. But at the end of the day, you have to separate from this world, man. You know, me personally, I don't really like to talk too much, you know, but it's required of us to give up a daily sacrifice and never hold our peace, because a lot of guys, so you can do a video every 2 seconds, but if it's not seasoned with salt, if it ain't got the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and if it's not being done unto edification, then it's in vain. It's vain. You see? Revelation 5 and verse 6. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. You see? And you have all these different spirits out here, man. But guess what? They're all being controlled and orchestrated by YAHAWASHI to fulfill his will. 1 Corinthians 1 and 29, it says that no flesh should glory in his presence. Because a lot of guys, they're in the flesh, so what they do is they have all these outward things. They have the big channels, the views, you know, Matthew 23 and 5. Everything that they do is just to be seen of men. Everything, every last thing. See, no flesh is going to glory when the Lord's presence comes upon this earth. It says, but of him, yea, in YAHAWASHI Mashiach, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom, and righteousness, and sanctification, and redemption, that according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. You know, not that vain glory. Let's get that precept. Philippians 2 and verse 3. I'll start verse 2. It says, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, be of one accord, of one mind. So by you having the mind of YAHAWASHI, you're going to know why these certain things are happening, why there's divisions amongst this truth, why a lot of guys falling away from their first love. Well, a lot of guys act and move the way they do and say certain things. You're going to understand. And you understand that others that don't have the mind of YAHAWASHI, why they don't have the mind of the YAHAWASHI, because they don't have the spirit. And they might have had the spirit at one point of time, but the Lord has taken that spirit away from them because they weren't worthy, they weren't grateful, thankful. Because any day, for any reason, the Lord could kill us, man. Of a sin that we did in our past life, or of a sin. Hey, you don't wear, with your clothes, right? You don't wear all cotton or all wool. You know what I'm saying? You have different stuff of polyester. That's a sin, and that's why it comes down to mercy, being sincere, being real, and being very forgiving, man. Because your first and foremost spiritual power is what? Forgiving your brother of the hurt he's done you, man. So the Lord's raising up merciful men. That's who the Lord's raising up. He's raising up merciful men, but he's debasing, he's condemning, he's bringing low those that have no mercy on their brother. It says Philippians 2 and 2, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord and of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves. Right? Meaning what? You're looking at a brother more than yourself. See? You're looking to serve him, to feed him, to comfort him with these words. See? There's certain brothers I look to, man, for videos every day to keep me in the straight way and keep me in the spirit. Because this world is very deceitful, it's very demonic, it's very evil, it's very dark, and it's trying to suck us in, brothers. See? It's trying to suck us in. Look not every man on his own things, right? What I want. For me. That's why the Lord said in Jude, I believe, that their God is their belly. Their own belly. They mind earthly things. That's why they didn't really feed the sheep things convenient for them. You know? Who mind earthly things like money. And that's a very key indication of a wolf. They're always worried about money. Money. See, Peter, he said, what? Money I have none, but such as I give thee, in the name of YAHAWASHI, arise up and walk. And that was way more of a blessing, and way more it's passing my tongue right now, but that weighed a lot more than if he was to give him a couple of shekels, man. You know? That's why the Lord said, labor not, because with that shekel, he got food. But then what? He would have got hungry again. And then would have been out there begging again. But see, that's why the Lord said in John 6:27, labor not for the meat which perisheth, man, but for the meat which endureth unto life everlasting. See? See, when we give our people that, you know, YAHAWASHI, Hamashiach, and His truth, the Spirit, the parables, wait, they deny it, man. They hate it. Oh, so what? I know that. But they don't really get it, man. You see? They don't esteem the riches of YAHAWASHI, greater riches than Egypt, like Moses did. That's why they're not really departing from this place, man. Philippians 2 and verse 4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others, making sure they have everything, man, making sure they good. See, if you hurt a brother, if you've done something wrong, the law says you're supposed to pay sevenfold, man. You know, if I messed up your car, if I messed up your garment, let me make you a new one. You know. You know, I got you. I got that. That's on me. Nah, you ain't got to pick me back. See? See, but you're only going to find that in the very few, because only few men's left. A lot of guys, they think it's just because of, I know the breakdown, so I'm going to be saved. No, that's not the case, man. Go to 1 Corinthians 13 and verse 4. We went through it last night on the Raw. If you have prophecies, mysteries, you have faith, you can move a mountain into the ocean. But if you have not charity, you're nothing, man. You are nothing in the eyes of the Lord. So the somethings in the eyes of the Lord are those that have a little understanding. They have, you know, but they fear the Lord and they love much. That's who the Lord is highly esteeming. Matter of fact, let's get down to Sirach before anything. Sirach 10 and 15 says, the Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations. And who's prouder than Israel, man? Our people. And it takes one to know one, because why? We was once in the world. We know what it's like to know something someone else doesn't. How much that puffs one up. It says, Lord hath plucked up the roots of proud nations. See, Esau's done. He has no foundation. He's withering away. Says, and planted the lowly in their place. You see that? As a matter of fact, let me get this as well in Sirach. One of my favorite precepts. Alright, Sirach chapter 25. I'm gonna get a couple here. Alright, Sirach 25 and 10 says, oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom, right? You found this truth. You've came across it. Yet, right? Yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord. You see? Also, this is a point right here. Sirach 19:24. He that hath small understanding. You see, the little things. That's what the Lord's looking towards. The little ones. It says, he that hath small understanding and feareth God. Not fearing man, but fearing God. Well, with that comes a lot of courage and boldness too, which you cannot mistake for pride. Okay? Just like when David, he came up against Goliath when no one else would stand up against the wicked and the evil. His older brothers, right, that were older in age, which our brother out there in London did the Rise Harvest. It was a very beautiful video, brother. But you know, they were older than David in age. But what did they say to David? Oh, why you come out to view the battle? You're proud, and we know you're stiff necked, and you know what I'm saying? But he was just being sincere. He was just in the spirit, you know. Sirach 19:24. He that hath small understanding and feareth God is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High. And what happens when you hate your brother? You transgress the law of the Most High. Or when you offend the Lord's little ones, you transgress the law of the Most High. And that's not a light thing. And that's why we always get Matthew 23 and we get the parables of YAHAWASHI, because that's what matters most. Even YAHAWASHI said, and I think Corinthians, Paul said that, whether it be prophecies or visions, they shall perish. Matter of fact, let me get that, because I just got a couple more precepts here. And yes, the brother is right, man. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Which this world's all about comfort, pleasure. You know, if you have a like me personally, like I have like a thorn in the flesh, like Paul said in Corinthians, you know, because so basically what's happened, like I you know, my back, my hips, you know, kind of something's wrong with them, but you know, I used to go to a chiropractor, you know, try to fix it, you know, massages, you know, ice it. You know, and sometimes I do it from time to time, but what I've been doing now is really trying to like cut down on the massages. I don't go to chiropractor no more, and you know, from time, you know, just because that's trying to ease the pain. See, even when YAHAWASHI, when he was on the cross, you know, they would ask if he wanted some water, if they, you know, something to help him with the pain. He didn't want that. He didn't take it. He just suffered it. He just took it on as a man. So we have to be in that like mind frame, man. Ephesians 4 and 1. Ephesians 4:1. Put on the mind of YAHAWASHI. Arm yourselves in the mind of YAHAWASHI, because this is a spiritual war. Putting off the mortal man and putting on the immortality, man. Conquering the flesh. Here's right here, 1 Corinthians 13:8. Charity never faileth. It's always going to conquer. It's always going to win. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. You see? Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. You see that? So charity is going to endure to the end. His word is going to abide forever. The ones that really truly love this and love the Lord and love their brother as themselves. Because you can't say you love the Lord, but you hate your brother. Whether it's a brother that did you wrong, or whether it's a forward brother, or it's a gentle brother. Whether it's a brother that never transgressed against you, or did nothing wrong on you, or if it's a brother that has done something wrong to you. You're supposed to love that brother, man. You know? The Lord said that in Matthew, man. If you only love them that love you, what then caveat? The publicans do the same thing. The heathens do the same thing, man. You know? You're supposed to love them that hate you. You know? That's the hardest thing in this truth, which a lot of guys don't do a lot of videos on, is loving your enemy. When someone punches you, you're supposed to turn the other cheek as well. You're not supposed to punch back. See, the flesh is going to say what? Man, I got to stand up for myself. I got to punch this nigga back. See, the Spirit's gonna say, you know what? Take the load, man. Turn the other cheek also. You know? Look at the prophets. Look at YAHAWASHI. He gave his life. Look at Stephen. He gave his life. Did he take up a stone and try to stone them back? No, man. He took the judgment, man. You see? He took the hard. The prophets through the Spirit. They took the long way home, man. They didn't take no shortcut. They didn't take no easy way. No easy way out. There's only one way, man. It's a hard way, man. And that's why the Lord's using hard men. Tough men. And that's why he chastises us to what? To keep us from the condemnation that's coming to this goddamn forsaken world, bro. You know? That's why it's an everyday fight, man. Every day you wake up, it's a fight. It's one thing or another, man. Something financially, something's wrong with the family, something wrong with you, something wrong with the camp, your brother, you know what I'm saying? Job, matter of fact, let's get Zechariah first. Zechariah chapter 4 and verse 10 says, "For who hath despised the day of small things? For they shall rejoice and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with those 7." See? They are the eyes of the Lord which run to and fro through the whole earth. See, so Lord, he's really with what? He's with the small things, man. He's with the ones that's despised, that's not really looked at. That's who Lord's really working with right now, man. Before I get anything, let me go to Proverbs 6. Alright, Proverbs 6 and verse... Start verse 1. "My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now." See, so the elect, they're going to be doing this now, man. They're not going to be putting it off. They're not going to say, man, I'll do it tomorrow. There might not be it tomorrow. It says, "Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself when thou art come into the hand of thy friend. Go, humble thyself, and make sure thy friend. Give not sleep to thine eyelids." It's like, "Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids." See, so you're not supposed to rest, man. That's why the Lord said, give the Lord no rest. Till he establish, they make Jerusalem a praise on the earth, until we're blessed, man. Everyone, man. Until the kingdom is established. It said, "Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler." Verse 6 point. "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise." And that's the thing with the ant. See, the scripture in Job 12 and 7, "Ask now the beasts, and they shall tell you, they shall teach you." Right, you can learn a lot from an animal that doesn't even speak. Just their characteristics, what they do, how they live. And when you study the ant, like we're going to the ant right now, an ant is very small. It has little to no defense, just like a worm. No one really cares about it. No one really, you're not going to bring it into your house and give it a name. No, you're going to stomp it out. You're going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? But what is that ant always doing? He's always working. He's always doing something. Tell me this. When have you ever seen an ant sleeping? I've never seen an ant sleeping. And number 2, tell me this. Have you ever seen an ant not moving? No. And if they were not moving, they were trying to disguise themselves to get away from you, to killing them and stomping them. You know what I'm saying? But an ant is always moving. Though it's very small, they're always doing something, man. You know? And let's get that word for ant. See if there's anything there. Namala. Ant. Let's see if there's any more here. It says ant. Alright, the ant. It says so called from its cutting off, consuming. Lord also said, always abounding in the work of the Lord. You know, so someone that's big and mighty, like a person, and they'll come across an ant. It's crazy. Judgment, man. Whenever I'm doing a video, there's always like a car crash or judgment on the road. But anyways, yeah, whenever you come towards an ant, you know, you're like, oh, you know. But someone that's big and mighty, like a person, right? They want to consider that the Lord has that ant alive for a purpose. You know, like when you watch the movie Noah, and other movies too, but Noah is, you know, first thought. But in that movie Noah, you had a part where one of his sons basically plucked up a little flower, and Noah said, you know, don't do that. Every life force has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? You're harming the life, you know, you're killing life. And then he looked down and it bloomed right up again. He was like perplexed, you know. It shot up right away, you know. So the more humble you are, more meek, and more you learn about yourself and learn from your mistakes and fix them. You don't just let it keep going on and on and on. You purge that out in yourself and also help purge out on other brothers, because we're those true physicians, man. By us healing ourselves, we're able to heal others also. But the Lord's gonna basically be able to use you and show you more things, man. You know. This is Job 8 and verse 7. It says, though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase. Let's get that word for small here. And we do have small beginnings, man. You know, like no one regards us, even amongst this truth. No one regards us. No one really cares about what we're saying. But, you know, even that mustard seed, at first it's small, but when you give that time, you give that water, that love, that attention, and guess what? It's gonna grow into a great, strong tree. All right, a little. It also means a little while of time, small thing. Also meaning a few men. You see. So yeah, the world is against us, but see, we have the Lord with us through it all. You know, because we're not of those that put any trust in the flesh. You know, this flesh is weak, it's corrupt. Paul said, no good thing dwells within my flesh. But we have this treasure in this earthen vessel, this dust. This, you know what I'm saying? And we hold dear to this treasure, this talent. And where talent can't win, what steps in? The work ethic, your hard work ethic. Zechariah 3 and verse 9 says, for behold, the stone that have I laid before Joshua, upon one stone shall be 7 eyes. Behold, behold, I will engrave the engraving thereof, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will remove the iniquity of that land in one day.
Please wait. Take the ticket.
You see that? Let me see if I can pause it. No, I can't pause it. So it's gonna happen quick. Everything that's gonna come is gonna happen quick. It's gonna happen quick. Very rapid. I think it can stop here. Why not? Alright, it says, in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, shall ye call every man his neighbor under the vine and under the fig tree. So that one stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone, has become the chief thing, as it's written also in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, here it is right here. All right. Ecclesiasticus 16 and verse 27. I'm gonna get a couple here. It says, you know what, let's start verse 26. The works of the Lord are done in judgment from the beginning, and from the time he made them, he disposed the parts thereof. He garnished his works forever, and in his hand are the chief of them unto all generations. They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works. Because when you get, when you start to really realize what this truth is all about, this is everything, man. Everything else doesn't really matter, and it doesn't really become work anymore. It's like a second nature. It's like, this is like breathing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's talking about the angels, It says, none of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his word. You see that? Let me also get this as well, which is a beautiful precept going into this topic. All right, Ecclesiasticus 11 and verse 3. The bee is little. I'm sorry, verse 1. Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree. So this wisdom is lifting up our head in righteousness, man. We're being bold, being courageous, being strong in the Lord. We're not being prideful, though. It says, and maketh him to sit among great men. Commend not a man for his beauty, right? His outward appearance, how he looks like. That's what it was all about Saul. Saul was all about the outward. He looked good. He was tall, Neither a poor man for his outward appearance. That's why the Lord said, don't judge by the outward appearance, but judge righteously. It says, the bee is little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things. You see? It says, boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor, for the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Right? What you don't see, what you can't see, is more powerful than what you can. And that's what you have to really understand. That's faith. That's belief. Belief in the invisible, in the things not seen with the carnal eye. Zechariah 9 and verse 9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt the foal of an ass. Right? And that's why, like, our brothers always have the lion and the avi, always have the lions, right? But man, right now in the flesh, because right now that's the lot we're in right now. We're in the lot as a lamb. We have to be like more lamb-like. The lion's gonna come, and that's when we're gonna be changed like him. We're gonna be lions, man, tearing things up. But right now we have to be lamb-like, man, laying down our life. Not really crying out when we're going through hard things, when we're being brought to the sacrifice, when being sacrificed and going through hard things and dying daily. A goat, they're always crying, bah, but a lamb, they're quiet. They come right into your arms.
Fully loaded.
I'm gonna close out here. This is 1 Maccabees 3 and 17. It says, verse 16. It says, and when this is going to Jewish Maccabees, and the thing about it was very few men in these times, just like it now is very few men now, that are willing to suffer for righteousness and willing to lay down their life for the Lord and the laws. And get uncomfortable, because they went to the wilderness, man. They had to flee from the desolation, man, all that pollution. so they wouldn't be partakers of it. So they was living in the forest after the manner of beasts. You know, now am I saying go out and prophesy in the forest? No, man. We still have the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying? So the Lord didn't say to do that, but these times are coming, man. It says 1 Maccabees 3:16, and when he came near to the going up of Bethoron, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day? And another point with this whole fasting is YAHAWASHI said that the children of the bridegroom, they shall fast when they don't have the bridegroom. Meaning that when YAHAWASHI is not with us, we're going to be in that spirit of fasting. We're going to be fasting. We'll be fasting a lot, you know. Intermediate fastings, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to be really, you're not going to have to broadcast it, but you know what I'm saying? You're going to be in that spirit. You're not going to really want in this carnal food and this carnal things, you know what I'm saying? It says, unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for man to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the God of heaven it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of and hosts, but strength cometh from heaven. You see, so it's the Lord that's strengthening us. You see what I'm saying? They come against us in much pride and iniquity, destroy us, and our wives and our children to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. That's right. And the life that we're living is we're following YAHAWASHI's footsteps. He's increasing in us. He is our life. You know, everything is focused on what YAHAWASHI did for us. So it wasn't just Esau and the Grecians that we were fighting against, had to come up against. It was also the ungodly of our nation. And the same thing's happening today. You see? But don't think it's strange if fire tries to try you, because the Lord tests you because he knows that you're going to come out as gold. You're going to fulfill the law. You're going to love your brothers yourself. You're going to take heed to the parables of YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI said, I know it's written in your law. If a man shall take away your eye, you're going to get an eye too. But I say, YAHAWASHI, let me get that precept. I'm going to close off with that. And that's why the scribes was all like bamboozled. They're like, what the hell? You know, because it was carnal, man. The Lord said he'd raise up a prophet, and you better listen to him, not to man. Let's go to Luke. It's also in Luke as well. Alright, Luke. It's Luke 6 and also Matthew 5. I'm either one Matthew 5. Matthew 5 and verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Right. Basically meaning like you're going to get that payback right then and there. You're going to get that justification, that vengeance right then and there. You know, you ain't got to have to be patient. You ain't got to wait. Because what the Lord say? He said, wait upon me, for redemption is mine. I will repay. He's gonna judge the wicked, man, of Esau, even amongst our own people. It says, but I say unto you that yea, resist not evil. So you're supposed to be resisting evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel you to go a mile, go with him twain. Mean go twice. Do double as much, man. And don't complain. Lord hates complainers. When Elijah saw Elisha, he was plowing with 12 oxen, man. It's hard doing it with one. You see? And there was no questions like, oh, you think the Lord's with you? No, they knew it was a snap of a finger, man. They knew it was quick. Especially in these last times, man. The Lord says he's gonna make thee of a quick understanding. It says Matthew 5, and you will not judge after the flesh. It says, and if any man will sue thee at the verse 42, give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Hey, brother, can I have, don't be simple. Let me give me all your give me everything you have. Give me your car and just everything. Don't be simple, but you gonna be very generous, man. Matter of fact, let me get this precept. But see, don't take brother's kindness for weakness, and really that's a strength. I believe it's in our Proverbs. is Psalms 112:5. A good man showeth favor and lendeth. He will guide his affairs with discretion. It says, surely he shall not be moved forever. The right shall be in everlasting remembrance. He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. Right, so we're not afraid of all these evil news and whatever Esau is doing and stuff like that. His heart is established. He shall not be afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies. He being patient, suffering wrongfully. You see? But see, the sinners in Zion, they're afraid, man, because why? They're not keeping the words and the lessons that YAHAWASHI taught. They're not listening to the Lord's little ones. They're disregarding the small things. But the Lord's making the small things mighty things, big things. He hath dispersed and he hath given to the poor. His righteousness endureth forever. His horn shall be exalted with honor. The wicked shall see it and be grieved. He shall gnash with his teeth and melt away. The desire of the wicked shall perish. So what was the desire of the wicked the whole time? To destroy the righteous and to take the righteous, right? YAHAWASHI, the prophets, the elect, take their inheritance. The violent take it by force. Came to heaven and suffers violence, right? See, that's not what's gonna happen. They're gonna melt away in this fire that's coming, man. You see? Proverbs 19 and verse 16, it says, matter of fact 15, because we read earlier about go to the sluggard, love not sleep, right? Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep. An idle soul shall suffer hunger, right? And an idle mind is a devil's playground. We can play with you, man. Make you do things you don't really want to. How would I know this? Because why? I'm in the flesh. I know better. That's why I'm doing better every day. He that keepeth the commandment keepeth his own soul, but he that despiseth his ways shall die. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. Says, look at this. So all you guys saying, oh, you guys, why you come in the spirit? Bro, we're rebuking sharply, man, the gate, because we love this truth. We love our brethren. Verse 18, chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. See? Matthew 5, and we'll close out here. Matthew 5 and verse 43. Ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. So you have to be full of love, man. Even loving when you getting evil from enemies, man. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh the sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and on the sun rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. You see, so it's all about being patient, man. Being patient. The Lord's gonna destroy the wicked, man, in due time. And all those that hate the righteous gonna be desolate. You see? That's a mystery only the elect can really receive, man. They're gonna be full of light and full of love to conquer all evil and all darkness. But Lord, when you're edified, just want to bring that out real quick. We're in some mighty times, some heavy times, and stay in the spirit so you won't feel the lust of the flesh, man, because this flesh is demonic. It's evil. See? And if you're in the carnal, if you're in the carnal mind, you're in the flesh, you can't even please God, man. You see? All praise, glory, honor, and fear to YAHAWASHI, Bashem Chakdash, Wa Ball.